Ecofeminism, on the other hand, and this is my issue, like the idea of bringing certain concepts and then defining them within the Western world, and then thinking the Western world was the only place where these kinds of things existed. No, boo boo. That's not how it works. Like, ecofeminism is something that came up around the world at the same time. It is a global inheritance. This is not something that Western society can take claim to. No, it's really, really not, right? One of the biggest inspirations for ecofeminist thinking was the Chipko movement. And those were women in India trying to take care of their communities. They did not think about the word ecofeminism. They were thinking about how to take care of their communities and how to take care of the land that was taking care of their communities, right? Whiteness does not have a monopoly on knowledge. It does not have a monopoly on epistemologies. Whiteness does not have a monopoly on these things, right? They belong to all of us. They belong to all of us. And yes, the structures of white supremacy have created all these oppressions, indeed. But we have to honor the work that is done by people of color and done by indigenous people and Black people to coin these terms, to explain their reality, to explain their material reality. And in the context in which that they were coined, they might have issues because they might have left out some things, but that does not mean that we cannot engage with it. It's not holy text. We can engage with it. We can change the meanings, right? We can build upon their work. They did not do this work so that it can stay untouched. They did the work to explain the realities they found themselves in the context they found themselves in the times they found themselves in. And we can use it as an inspiration to build from that. So ecofeminism is not Western, and I will never, ever, ever let anyone call it that.
I have a final question, which I feel like it's
To me, I would like to add something to that. But when the concept is used in a top-down manner by a white institution in the West world, it has a completely different connotation to me than when you explain what it is. Because in my reality, this concept, I feel, is being shoved into my face top down by people who are afraid to tackle the inclusion of white supremacy and capitalism together with that of ecology and feminism. That's what I hear, experience, and feel when the concept, because maybe what we can say is that it's an indigenous practice, codified. Feminism is an indigenous ancestral practices that are codified, but as many other things are taken over by white institutions to fit into their white dream.
Yeah. Yes. This is the function of white supremacy structures. It is to take revolutionary ideas away from the people who come up with them and to strip them of any kind of meaning and substance and weight, and then to sell it back to us as pop feminism or this thing that we can buy into. What our job then is to reclaim it, is to continue to be loud about what it is and what it is not, and whom it is for.